Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna be looking at Star Wars The Black Series, Darth Maul, Old Master from Star Wars Battlefront 2. So this is a gaming grades line or subline of the Black Series action figures. This is a version of Darth Maul, of his skin that you can get in the Battlefront 2 video game. I'm a huge fan of that game and that is the only reason why I wanted to get this version of Maul. I would say that for the most part the figure is good. It is what you would expect from Darth Maul figure in the Black Series line, but there is something that is really strange about this figure, at least to me, and I think that I have some kind of a QC issue or something. Let's move forward to the details and we'll talk about it. First of all, the head sculpt is looking really good. Initially I thought that this will be a different head sculpt from Darth Maul's that we saw in the past, but unfortunately it is not. It is practically the same head sculpt that is painted maybe a little bit differently, but as you can see it's the same head sculpt as this comic book Darth Maul that we got in the past. So the head sculpt looks good, but I would say that the previous Darth Maul is painted much better than this guy. But that being said, the head sculpt is good. We have those red slit eyes and his grinning teeth that are yellow, and then his horns. It all has a really good sculpt and paint, and then you get his suit that is a simple one. We have these shoulder pieces that are separate from his arms, and same as with Imperial Stormtroopers and the new Mandalorian mold, these are connected on the inside where the butterfly joint is, so they go out of the way when you are articulating his arms, and they move with the arms. So that's a great design, great engineering on Hasbro's part. You can see that there are some damaged details on those shoulder parts on both sides. As I said, the sculpt for the most part is good. It's maybe a bit boring, at least this upper part of the figure, but then we get down to his legs and you can see the pants with a lot of sculpted wrinkles and these pockets here, and then his prosthetic robotic lower legs that he has in the game and also in the Clone Wars show. But there is a kind of an issue with at least my figure, because I feel like this leg doesn't want to straight itself the way that this one does. See how straight this line is, and then when you see this leg it always curves a little bit. No matter how much I press it, it just wouldn't straighten itself. I don't know why. Maybe there is something that is stuck inside of that joint. I don't know. And then the other thing that I'm not a real fan of are these ankle joints, because these are the types of joints that have those clicks in it where it kind of has the spots or the points where it stops, and it can be a pain in the ass to hit that point when you want to pose a figure in a specific position. It can be really challenging, and you can see that the way that this foot sits on that ankle joint is not the same as this one. Something is a little bit off on this foot, so I'm not sure what it is. I mean, the ankle joint works, but for some reason there is something strange with it. And I'll be honest, I'm having a little bit of difficulty when wanting to pose this guy in a kind of standing neutral pose. Okay, so let me show you. This, if I want to put him in a simple standing pose, this will be a problem because he will fall back. And then if I want to find that clicking point in his ankles, this foot goes too far, and this is the best that I can do. But as you can see, something is really off with this foot. Look how far out it goes when compared to this foot. Something is strange, I don't know. So unfortunately I feel like this Maul has a QC issue. with his right foot. For the accessories, Maul comes with his lightsaber hilt that we saw him using in the game, and if I'm not mistaken, in the Clone Wars and probably in Rebels as well. I didn't check that, so correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. And the hilt looks really good. The sculpting is nice. I feel like there is maybe a little bit of weathering on it, and you can see there are holes for his lightsaber blades. And of course he does come with two translucent red lightsaber blades that can be connected with the hilt. Now for his articulation, there is a ball joint at the top and at the bottom of his neck, so we have a great range of movement. He can look down this much, up this much. He can move side to side in all directions, and the head can rotate 360. And I love the range of movement that they gave us with this Maul. His arms can move out this much. The arms rotate 360. There is a butterfly joint underneath this overlay. We have a single bend in the elbow. Both hands go up and down. There is a cut here in the torso, so you can rotate 360. He can move a little bit side to side. He can crunch forward this much, back this much. The legs move out this much. They move forward this much, back this much. There is a thigh swivel, single bend in the knee, and the feet move forward this much, back this much, and there is a great ankle pivot and pec holes at the bottom of his feet. Let's now compare our Darth Maul with some other figures. Here he is with the Black Series Darth Maul comic version and the Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper. Here he is with the Black Series Season 7 of the Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano and Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker. Here he is with Bandai model kit Darth Vader with custom soft goods and the SH Figure Arts Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. And finally here he is with Marvel Legends movie Deadpool and Iron Man. So at the end, although I'm not a fan of those ankles, and I still think that there is a QC issue on my figure, overall I think that this is a great release by Hasbro. It's a great looking Darth Maul from the Battlefront 2, and it's a great addition to your collection, especially if you are a fan of Darth Maul character in general. So yeah, a great release, a good looking skin from the game. As I always say, I would love to have more accessories in these Black Series releases. Few extra interchangeable hands, or maybe a different head with a different face expression, but Hasbro doesn't give us that in this line, so that's, you know, it is what it is. But all in all, I'm satisfied that this guy is now a part of my collection. I'm still looking forward to getting the Clone Wars Season 7 Maul, but until then, I'll have to be satisfied with this one. Stay tuned for a posing video for this guy, and let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this figure? Do you have it, or do you plan on getting it? Or is this a Darth Maul version that you will pass? But that's all I wanted to say for this video. Thank you all for watching and for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next one.